are going on 50 years now, and we started way back in the day with frozen pizzas and pretzels. Our Cris pizza brand that we now serve today, where we make it all in-house, so we could get rid of our frozen pizzas and kick up our food game a little bit more by adding more menu items. And a friend of mine said, hey, why don't you try this pickle pizza with Alfredo sauce? And I said, that tastes like a Minnesota sushi that we have. So it's going to have an Alfredo base with ham or Canadian bacon, and then cheese and pickles over the top. We just thought it was a really unique pizza that we offer that some people are really confused by when they first walk in, saying, what do you mean sushi on pizza, and what the heck is Minnesota sushi to begin with? I grew up here, so I mean, I just love the fun atmosphere that it brings. And if you haven't been here in a while, you might not know that we're serving more than just pepperoni and cheese. Where we have the Minnesota sushi, we got barbecue chicken and stuff like that too. I mean, we added bounce houses a few years back. We've really expanded our arcade the last few years. Kate and Place where fun rolls.
Menaze Meats, we are a family-owned and operated meat market. We opened our doors in 1975, and Pio's Sandwich Shop is something that we started in about 2010. The El Cubano and our retail is our pride and joy. It has our Menaze smoked ham, and then our Cuban roast pork, which is actually our family's recipe. Our family came from Cuba in 1968. The El Cubano is our true staple, and it's something that we think really helps represent us as a whole, as a company, as who we are and our Cuban roots. That G in sandwich is intentional. It's not misspelled.
Sandwich comes from Pio, actually, could not pronounce the word sandwich, so he always said sandwich. This year we celebrate our 49th anniversary, which is truly amazing. We're heavily involved in our community, and it's important to us and it's important to the family.
We're at 80 to 90 sandwiches a day now.
A day, yeah. Kind of like a little hidden gem.
It is, yeah.
An item that will be featured on our new menu coming soon is the avocado cream cheese wontons. It's avocado, cream cheese, some house seasonings, and then they are deep fried, sprinkled with our fry seasoning and a few jalapenos if you're into a little bit more spice, served with a maple honey dipping sauce. And then the wings are our dry rub Cal makes in-house. I can't really say too much about that because it's a secret, but I'd like to say it's a little more savory with a little bit of like a heat to it. I am one of 4 owners of the Pickled Bean. We're well-rounded. We're not just always a college nightlife bar. We like to bring other things to the table. We'll be having hopefully brunch coming soon every Sunday. We do like to do karaoke. We have live video DJs, live bands, live music. That's like our passion. We love live music.
Caramel Cris came up for sale probably back in 1993, and it was a little building that I always kept looking at it going, I need to own that. It was unique. At the time, not a lot of people were doing it, and I think that's why I just gravitated towards it. I don't know, just I guess the steps of how it becomes the Caramel Cris popcorn and the caramel, and you know, just how it takes form once you popped it and put it in and stirred it, and the crunch. What I really like about the popcorn is what it's done is it's brought people in that have eaten Caramel Cris popcorn for years. So I get to hear a lot of stories. The people, the community, the support, everybody just kind of took me in and made me feel good, made me feel like I was doing the right thing. This is where a coffee shop needs to be. This is where my sandwiches need to be, and this is where my popcorn needs to be.
We opened up in early 2012. It all started with a drawing on a beer napkin. Ray was making designs and coming up with all these great ideas for Boulder Tap House.
We chose the tequila lime tacos. It's going to be a house marinated tequila chicken that we grill with corn tortillas for our gluten-friendly option, cilantro lime crema with crushed chips that are also put through our gluten-free fryer, and our signature Tap House potatoes with our Burger Company sauce on the side. The owner of Boulder Tap House St. Cloud, his son actually has celiac disease, so he put a strong emphasis on creating a menu that had varietals of different things to accommodate for the community. We have a full menu for gluten-free. We have multiple different rice bowls, we have tacos, we have rice flour boneless wings, we also have gluten-free nachos, and some of our fries are gonna be non-beer battered and for the gluten-friendly people.
It's our own cheers. We've always had amazing regulars that have been coming here since day one.
Our family purchased Country Kitchen in 1966. They ran that until about 1980. That's when it became the Copper Lantern. And then from there, I purchased as the third generation in 2022 and changed it to the Copper Kitchen. I have a long history in culinary arts. I've worked here since I was 12. I wanted to offer breakfast foods that were just a little bit different, not something you would see in your standard diner. It needed a little bit of a refresh. We are featuring a brisket skillet. So it is a lightly smoked brisket, shaved really thin. We're doing it over hash browns with onion tanglers, a sriracha aioli, and some caramelized onions. So kind of stacking all the little southern charm into one skillet. I love owning this location because it's definitely a third generation thing for me. It's been in my family. My grandparents worked here for years. My grandfather sat at the end of the counter. I know my dad does the same. A lot of people have known my family, have owned this place for a long time.
The shrimp, spicy ramen, something that everybody eats. And there's a little cultural etiquette that goes with eating ramen in Japan. First of all, it is piping hot soup with all the spices and wonderful things to give it that flavor. So the first thing when you receive a ramen bowl, put in place right in front of you, is to take a sip of that soup. And then when you're eating your noodles, you're eating them very, very hot. So you are slurping those noodles. Slurping does many things. It tells the chef that it is delicious. You don't want those noodles sitting in that bowl too long, it gets too mushy. So you're eating it at the perfect temperature and the perfect texture of those noodles. It's very important. This place has been here since 2010. We offer such a great culture, and it's wonderful, offering things like the hibachi, the sushi bar, or regular dining. We offer so much Asian culture